Hi guys, it's Joe here from Belper Vlogs, and today, in this video, I'm going to be predicting where I think each of the teams will finish in the Evo Stick NPL East. This is the league that Belper are in, so it'll be very interesting to see where I put Belper as well as where I put all the other teams. This is just my opinions, it's not been influenced by anything. I've done my research on this teams, but don't be offended if I put your team to finish bottom. I'm probably wrong. It's very hard to predict non-league football because all the teams are very evenly matched in that they're all not very good. So yeah, crack and let's get on with the video. So coming in at 20th and bringing up the rear, it's AFC Mansfield. The reason I've put them bottom is they shouldn't really have been promoted, but they were because the team that should have been promoted ahead of them and over town could not make the step up, and Mansfield did instead. But I do hope they'll stay up because they got a good manager name in Rudy Funk. So yeah, hopefully they'll stay up, but AFC Mansfield are 20th. So then coming in at 19th, just escaping relegation, I'm going to put Loughborough Dynamo. Now Loughborough Dynamo have been in Belper's league when it was the South for quite a while, and they've always been languishing near the bottom. Belper Town have usually beat them. In fact, Sam Burks, who used to play for Belper Town, now plays for Loughborough, so hopefully he doesn't come back to haunt me. But yeah, Loughborough, they're usually languishing down the bottom, and I think with the introduction of some strong teams from the north that we've not played before, I do think they're going to struggle, but I think they'll have enough just to escape relegation like they have the previous years. So that's why 19th I'm going to put Loughborough Dynamo. So yes, coming in at number 18, I have put Pontefract Collieries. Pontefract Collieries, newly promoted side, won the NCL Prem title last year, and so they're making the step up into the Evo Stick NPL. I think they are going to struggle. They're not going to win that many games, but I do think one thing that will play good for them is their location. Pontefract are in pretty much smack bang in the middle of Yorkshire, which is pretty much in the centre of geographically of all the teams. So that'll mean it'll be easier to get them to away games on a Tuesday night, which lots of non-league teams struggle with if they are further away. So yeah, that is why Pontefract Collieries, they'll stay up 18th. And yeah, coming at number 17th is going to be Belper Town's local rivals, Gresley. Gresley, they've been languishing down the bottom of Belper's league for a while. Finished 18th and 17th in the last two seasons, respectively. But they do have some good players. They've signed Belper's former captain, Eric Graves. He is a very good midfielder. So he should be able to help them out a lot this season. And I think his goals will probably keep them up. And I think it's going to be another rebuilding season for them. So yeah, 17th, I'm going to put Gresley. Now 16th, I'm going to put Sheffield FC. Sheffield FC are actually the first ever football club in the world. So it's always interesting to watch Sheffield FC. They're usually down, when they played in Belper's League in the South, they're usually lower mid-table, and I don't think that's going to change with the addition of some strong northern teams as well. I don't think they're going to change. They won't be threatened by relegation at 16th, but I just think they're not going to be able to trouble the upper half of the table. So Sheffield FC, I'm going to put 16th for those reasons. So coming in at 15th, I'm going to put Ossett United. This is actually one of the harder ones to predict because Ossett United, a newly formed club this year after the merging of Ossett Town and Ossett Albion. Ossett Town, obviously, our manager Grant Black, his former club. So when he goes Ossett United, we will know a few faces. Yeah, this is a hard one to predict. I don't think they're going to be troubling the top just because they're a new club looking for financial stability. But I don't think they'll go down because Ossett Town were a very strong side under Grant Black before he came to us. So I think they'll have enough quality to stay up, but I think it's going to be a transitional season for them, and I think that's what they're going to settle with. So 15th for Ossett. Coming in at 14th, I'm going to put Wisbech Town. Wisbech, I'm not sure how you say it. This is actually the most southern team in this league, which is supposed to be the north of the east of England, but actually we've got a team from Cambridgeshire. So I think they're going to struggle to play some of the midweek games away from home because they're going to be long travels, and I think their fans are going to struggle to get to all the games. So fair play to any Wisbech fans who travel away. I do salute you. So yeah, but I do think they've got enough experience in their side. They're a strong outfit. They've got lots of experience, and I think they're going to be used to the hard yards of the Evo Stick League, and I think they are going to see them through into a respectable 14th place finish. Now in 13, I'm going to put Carlton. Carlton actually an interesting one. They've been low middle table in the South League when they've been in Belper's League in the past, but I think Stoke Lane bit of a tough ground to play at. I went to Stoke Lane last year, and it was a very tough. Belper found it very hard, and I think other teams will find it hard when they go to Carlton. I'm not sure how they're going to do on the road, whether they're going to pick up enough points away from home to be troubling the top half. So that's why I put them in 13th place. I think their home form is going to be pivotal for them. If they can't win at Stoke Lane, then I think they will struggle. So 13th, Carlton Town. So coming in at number 12, I'm going to put Briggers Town. Briggers Town last season was an interesting one. They finished 17th in their league, which was a bit of a transitional season as the new manager, Will Powell, putting his mark on the team. But I think this year they'll be a bit more familiar with each other, bit more chemistry in the team, and that's why I think they're going to get up to a very respectable 12th place finish. Their form at the end of last season was very good. That got them up to 17th place. And I think if they can carry that form on into this season, they're going to be a very tough side to play against. So yeah, 12th place for Briggers Town. Now coming in 11th, I put Tadcaster Albion. I don't actually know that much about Tadcaster Albion, but I just think they're going to be fine. Standard Evo Stick side. The reason I haven't put them any higher is because their key defender, Miller, he's actually got a very serious injury. He's going to be out for a couple of months. And I do think they might be shipping some goals at the back in the first couple of months of the season. So if your club is playing Tadcaster, you might be able to get some goals. So that's why I think Tadcaster won't be trouble in the playoff places, because they're just going to concede too many goals early on before Miller gets back. But yeah, mid-table, that's respectable for Tadcaster Albion, and that's where I'm going to put them. So going on number 10, we're going to have Stockbridge Park Stales. They're usually mid-table in Belper's League, and I just think they're going to be mid-table again. So yeah, Stockbridge Park Stales in 10th. So coming in at number 1, and a bit of a surprise pick for me, Morpeth Town. Morpeth Town, newly promoted side. Actually, Belper's first game of the season, which will be a tough game for Belper. That. The reason I put Morpeth at 9 is a bit of a surprise, because they are, as I was explaining with Wisbeach, they are very much out of the way. So you'd think it'd be harder for travelling. Morpeth may be the exception. Their fans do travel well, meaning the players may travel well as well. And I do think that will carry them to a very respectable 9th place. So coming in at number 8, I'm going to put Marksker United. Similar reason to Morpeth, really, I've put these in 8th. I think that the new promoted side, they're going to play with energy. I don't think they're going to struggle to make the step up to the higher league. I think they're just going to sit in mid-table and going to be a solid 8th. Only 3 places away from the playoffs, but I don't think they're really going to trouble the top places. So 8th for Marksker United. So coming in at number 7 and challenging for the playoffs, I'm going to put Lincoln United. Lincoln, very well established Evo Stick club, and they've been getting better year on year, and I think this is the year they're going to challenge for those playoffs. The reason I don't think they're going to get there is they just don't quite have that quality going forward, that star striker who's going to bang the goals in to fire them into those playoffs, and that is why I think they're going to finish 7th. So coming in at 6 and just missing out on the playoffs, I'm going to put Spalding United. Spalding, always been a solid side in Belper's League for the last few years. Always a close game when the two sides meet, Belper and Spalding. And I do think they've got a lot of depth in their squad, a lot of quality, a lot of good fan base. And I do think they should be able to challenge for the playoffs. I just think they're going to miss out. It will be a very close toss-up between Spalding and the team you'll see I put in 5th. But I do think Spalding just going to miss out, but a very respectable 6th place for Spalding. So coming in at 5th, I've got another Lincolnshire side in Cleethorpes Town. Cleethorpes Town challenged for the playoffs last year, thumped Belper 7-0, which even though Belper were very poor, does show they can take their chances when they come along. The reason I put them to 5th ahead of Spalding, I just think they have a little bit more quality going forward than Spalding United. So that's why they're going to finish in the playoffs and pip Spalding to the post. So coming in at number 4, it's the one you've all been waiting for. I'm going to put Belper Town in 4th. Now, this is a very optimistic prediction, but I think Grant Black is a good new manager. We're making good signings. Alex Patterson is a good striker, and if Joel Ambalou can perform near him, we'll be scoring goals this season. Defensively, we've been sound as ever. So I think this season is going to be our year, and Belper Town are going to be finishing 4th and playing in the playoffs. Coming in 3, I'm going to put Pickering down. Pickering are going to be the surprise package for me this season, but I do think they've got a strong team and a good, strong fan base, and that will propel them into 3rd. Looking at their fixtures, the first 2 games away at Mansfield and home against Pontefract. 2 teams I predicted to finish low. If they can get off to a good start, getting 6 points from those, and get their momentum going, I think that could propel them to a good season. So yeah, Pickering in 3rd. So in 2nd place, I'm going to put Stamford AFC. These are just going to miss out on the automatic promotion. Very good at home and a force to be reckoned with in the Evo Stick for a few years now. I do think their home record will definitely fire them into 2nd. Away from home, they're still strong but not as strong. And their attack is not as good as the team I have put to finish 1st. That is why Stamford, they're going to have a good season, but they're just going to miss out, and 2nd place is for them. So that means there is only one team left now. I think Frickley Athletic are going to be the champions of the Evo Stick NPL East and will get promoted to the Evo Stick Premier. The reason I think that they finished 3rd last season, but they scored a whopping 117 goals. And Jacob Hazel scored 47. And now that is a lot of goals. I do think their attack is going to carry them a stage further than last year. And I think they will get promoted with their attack. Their home record as well is amazing. Their home ground is so intimidating to play at. And that is why I think Frickley Athletic are going to go one step further than Stamford and win the league. So yeah, those are my predictions, guys. That is what I think is going to happen this season. Let me know if you agree with them. What do you think is going to happen? Let me know. I'll be interested to hear your comments. And that is it for this video. Don't forget, leave a like on the video. Subscribe if you are new. I'm on the way to 100 subscribers. That would be really good if you get me there. Be part of the Yellow Army. And yeah, that is it. I'll see you guys next time. My name's Joe from Belper Vlogs. Peace out.